Oh yes, Cambodia. A country with a lot of history, beauty and structures like the Angkor Wat. In fact, in most of the history maps that I use, which are in the medieval period, they are basically present. From the 800s to the 1400s, they were present. Now that is a long time. But only one man was what it took to destroy one quarter of the country and leave the others starving. And that's why we start our story. There are many dictators like Stalin, Mao Zedong and etc. But one stand out. Oh look, here he is. This looks nice. Rose was born in a rich landowner and actually his name wasn't Pol Pot. It was Salot Sar. He was born on May 1928 in Kampong Tom province. His early life was marked by privilege compared to most Cambodians, but also by exposure to both traditional and rural life, and elite connections at the royal court in Phnom Penh. He grew up in a Buddhist household surrounded by rice fields and traditional village life, and he also attended a Buddhist monastery school, then moved to Pompeii for further education. Then, in the late 1940s, he received a scholarship to study in Paris. There he was exposed to Marxist and communist ideology, joining leftist ruling groups and beginning to shape the radical worldview that will later define his leadership. Whoa, this is the communist manifesto they were talking about? Let's see. Every worker deserves to be punished for no reason. The ruler has extreme power. Well, this is my thing. Pol Pot could have very not understood the manifesto properly, as it was written in French. But my friend Mao Zedong and Joseph Stalin will teach me practically. Hello, coming back. Let's transform Cambodia. Wow, look at this. I finally seized control. And this was definitely not brutal. In January 1968, the war was launched with an attack on Beta Mountain Army Post south of Battambang. Further attacks targeted police and soldiers and also siege weaponaries. The government responded with social policies. Well, how was the war going? I think we are in 91st days of Russia, comrade. No, we are still in Cambodia. The army became more brutal and the uprising was spreading. In November 1969, he struck to Hanoi to pursue the Northern Vietnamese government to provide direct military assistance, but they refused, urging him to revert to a political struggle. In January 1970, he flew to Beijing. Also, his wife started showing signs of schizophrenia. The Khmer Republic, backed by the US and South Vietnam, fought against the Khmer Rouge, which was supported by Northern Vietnam. The US launched a massive bombing campaign to destroy Burmese bases. These bombs killed thousands of civilians, destabilized rural Cambodia, and drove many peasants to the arms of the Khmer Rouge. By 1973, the Khmer Rouge controlled most of the countryside. The Khmer Republic survived on corruption, poor morale, and desertions. The Khmer Rouge threatened the siege of Pompeii, cutting off supplies and bombarding the capital. On 17 April 1975, the Khmer Rouge captured Pompeii, ending the civil war, and Lon Nol fled into exile. Little the civilians knew what the terrible thing that will happen to them. I declare, I reset the calendar. Now, this year is 0. Wow, the last time someone did it, in France, nothing had gone wrong, right? Hi guys, so we are just going to deport everyone to the countryside. What? This is ridiculous! Off with his head. The punishments were rather brutal. And then this happened. Hey, I'm a huge man. What? A huge one. I want a signal. You can go. You look too smart. Off with his brain. You have glasses. Torture him. You're a child. Throw him on a tree. Wait, how? The sentences Pol Pot gave to the people was terrible, so you can guess why 25% of the population died. So, as the leader of the Democratic Kampuchea, I declared that everyone will walk the back of the farms. Is this guy trying to kill us? Or what? Is that a college? Well, I will turn that into an extermination camp with all of those students and teachers in it and torture them as they did something bad. Finally, here we are, year one. Everyone like it? Huh. Let's fully evacuate the city of Pompeii and also remove civilization. This guy is very bad at ruling. Off to the Gulag! But this is Cambodia. I don't care. Off to the Gulag 2.0. Pol Pot officially became the Prime Minister of Democratic Cambodia, also known as the Khmer Rouge. The purges intensified. Suspected traitors and rivals within the Khmer Rouge were exterminated. And labor camps were made. Millions were forced into collective farms and irrigation forests. And food strategies worsened, disease spread, and the death toll rises. Year 3. After 2 years of great farming, we are so happy here. So all of you arrived, right? What? Yeah, everyone was starving. You are Chinese. Off to the Gulag 2.0. You are Vietnamese. Off to the Gulag 2.0. You are Cambodian. Off to the Gulag 2.0. But aren't you a Cambodian? So you should also go to the Gulag 2. Shut up! Also go to the Gulag 2.0. Pol Pot really started being silent this year and got the attention of the Vietnamese. Hey, why are you killing our people? And also you are a menace to kill your own people. Yeah, and I want a communist utopia. Pol Pot suspects infiltration everywhere. Poachers, even loyal colonists were killed. In December 1978, Vietnam, along with Laos, invaded Cambodia, starting the Third Indochina War. The Vietnamese forces blitzed to Cambodia, but in February 1979, this happened. The Chinese forces, before the invasion, plotted to invade Vietnam, but the Chinese forces barely advanced in Vietnam. Cambodia was liberated. Only some groups of Cambodians fought in a guerrilla war. What did I tell you, Vietnam? To help out people who are being genocided by liberating them? Well, now you're communists. You can't even liberate anything. Despite Vietnam invading, their image was stained. Pol Pot in his later years, he stopped fighting in the 90s and died. And he also said he regretted doing the things he improved. So at least that's something. But his reign still affects Cambodia today. Bombs are still on and unexploded bombs are here. But at least they are free now. What's really ironic is that before becoming a dictator, Pol Pot used to be a teacher in morals and ethics.